Welcome back. That's really loud. I just screamed to another episode of Tippin and Tiltin bitches. Woo!
I love this.
Too much energy
Would you like to tell the audience why you have too much energy there, Tori?
because I did not sleep. I worked 40 hours this week and I did 2 shots before I came on.
Yeah, that's. You did two? You only told me you were going to do
Yeah,
one.
I did too. After I said one, I did it.
Okay, question. What were you having?
It's right here. Oh, I don't know if I can show that on screen.
Why?
Whatever.
You're of age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just cover the logo. No free ads.
No free ads here.
I don't want to get sued.
That's fine. You won't
Just
get
in case
sued.
some vodka.
I don't know. Wait, okay, I can just. Don't mind my cursor that just went over the screen, everybody. How's everybody doing? We are back. Sorry this episode is late. Your boy started a new job this week and he's been mentally tired. And I'm not going to lie, after work, I literally sit down and do fuck all.
Same.
So
Same.
we're here. I haven't really talked to Tori about this, but Tori, how do you feel about changing our schedule potentially?
Yeah, we're probably gonna,
Yeah, let's be real here. We are still gonna bring weekly content to you guys, but it will probably just be moved to the weekend so we can record and edit and send it off to everywhere that we need to send it off to. So,
Adulting's hard.
adulting is freaking difficult. Tori, what's our first topic of today?
So, some recent developments today, in case you live under a rock and don't know. Our boy Robbie Alomar, famed Blue Jay, Hall of Famer Blue Jay. Some other teams said it, they're not important. Not a Hall of Fame in that. Anyways, Robbie Alomar, Blue Jay icon, has been let go by the MLB and the Blue Jays over sexual misconduct allegations. We don't know much about them. I tried to look into it. The furthest I got, I think it was an article from the Star or the Sun, one of the two, a Toronto newspaper, it was a sexual harassment allegation by like someone who had worked for the Blue Jays. So then they investigated it. It was also 7 years ago. Important to note that. So MLB, I'm guessing, hired some other law firm to investigate. They found out that it broke whatever MLB's rules are. I don't know what they are, but they let him go. He was a consultant for Puerto Rico, I believe. So he's working there, like helping their baseball development program. So they've let him go. And he also goes on an ineligible list. So he can't be hired or associated with MLB and like the minor leagues. And then after that announcement came out, the Blue Jays came out and said that they were going to take him off the level of excellence and take down his banner. But he still gets to stay in the Hall of Fame. So that's the rundown on that.
And how do you feel?
It's really sad to me. It's just like it came through, and I like turned to my coworker and I told her, it's like I work with all like older people, so they were like losing it kind of, and I don't really blame them. Like it sucks because obviously, like, you know, you have to take these allegations seriously, and it's not good. Just because you are like someone of like importance doesn't mean you can get away with that stuff. So like good on the MLB for firing him, but I just think it's kind of crappy because like all that he did for the team and on the field, and now they're just gonna like take that away from the stadium. That kind of doesn't like sit well with me exactly. Like I don't know. Like I know not every athlete's gonna be an upstanding citizen. There's many that we have examples of, clearly, but yeah, I think it's kind of unfair to like take his name off that because that's what he did for the team. Like you can address that, yeah, he fucked up, but like I don't think you should take it that seriously. Like losing the job, yes, I understand that, but removing the recognition's a little much, I'd say.
No, I totally agree with you, and I'm gonna put it like, I see. Again, like I'm in the same boat as you. I really like how the MLB took it and kind of ran with it because at the same time, like it is a difficult decision to hire or fire somebody of such importance and who's held such standing within the the league for so many years. What I think should have been done is that 100% right now they're allegations. It's not hard pressed evidence. If he's guilty, he's guilty. Like, he is at fault for his actions. And to kind of pull the trigger so quickly is, I don't know if that's the right move. And that's personal opinion on my end. Again, I really liked how they took quick action about it. I just don't know if they took exactly the right steps. Like, they kind of just leaped over a big chunk of, the process that I would have personally done. Just because everybody's people. Everybody is a person. They all have, whatever happened. If it did happen, then yeah, absolutely fire them, ban them, whatever you got to do, like, just do it. But just doing it off of the allegations, I don't really know.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
kind
if
of a
that sits
lot.
right with me.
It kind of like undercuts like everything that he did for like the team. Like, I think like you already put it up. Like,
Okay, yeah, okay. That's a whole different story though. Like, I think the exact same thing with you. Him being on the level of excellence has nothing to do with who he was as a person. It was his on-field presence. And as much as some people are going to hate me for saying that, at the end of the day, he was up there because he's a ball player, not because of the person he was. Because
right.
if the level of excellence was for some like people who just had great personalities, Kawasaki would be up there. Donaldson would probably be up there. Kevin Pillar would probably be up there when he
Dave
retires.
Bautista.
Like, exactly. But they're not all up there.
No.
Like, those guys, those class acts are not up there. And it was because of what he did on the field and help those teams, get victories.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything in history. So I don't know. It's just like it's top news. But then again, like we also like don't know much. And like I'm not trying to undermine the situation at all. I know it's serious and like he should be held responsible. But yeah, like you said, they just kind of jumped to a big conclusion. So I don't know, we'll see. But this is also the MLB. They have people that literally like hit people in cars and abuse people, and they're like, "Yeah, keep your job."
Well,
Don't think I forgot Matt Bush.
Let's be real, Aroldis Chapman, Domingo Germán, like, just to
Yeah,
name
I
a
was
few.
gonna say that. I just forgot his name.
Domestic abusers. Like, they and it's not, and those weren't even allegations. Those were proven to be
Remember
guilty.
Roberto Osuna? They had the allegation of him, but like nothing ever happened with it. But then like the cops had like released like video in his prison cell, and there was that whole thing. And then like Toronto didn't even they shipped him off so quick.
And see, that's the thing is, like, in those situations, Zach Britton even talked about playing with Domingo Germán. And I think we talked a little bit about this on a different episode. Like, you can't pick your teammates.
No.
At the end of the day. And those people are bad people, and they've been proven to be bad people. Like, right now, this is just an allegation. And
yeah, we don't even know what's happened.
If it's true, though, he's going to be shadow banned no matter what. And he should be. And he absolutely should be. But I want more information before I say like anything based on his character or anything like that.
Yeah, I want more information before I literally go around and not recognize anything he ever did for the team.
Exactly. Staying on the
depressing topics out of the way.
Yeah, now that the depressing topic's kind of out of the way, guys, Tori and I do have some other things to talk about today, and we are going to be staying on the topic of Blue Jays for just a moment. Our first thing that we wanted to talk about was Glasnow's start on the 23rd versus the Blue Jays. All right, so Tori, his final stat line was 6 innings pitch, only 5 hits allowed. All right,
not bad,
but he gave up 5 earned runs and 2 home runs. And he was pitching against Mats that day, who went giving up 5 hits, but only allowing 3 earned runs.
Buddy was rattled that day because it was so early on in the game where they got the homers. I think they were back to back. Don't quote me on that. It was last week. I can't remember. But like he was rattled. It took him forever to get out of that inning. He was like losing it on the mound, low key. Like you could tell, like he was just like, oh my god, like freaking out. I mean, he recovered nicely, so that's good. They don't.
He recovered very nicely. Like I said, he pitched 6 innings. At the end of the
shocking.
day, he
I
still
was
pitched
worried. I'm like, oh my
innings.
god, they're facing Tyler Glass now. I was like, I'm scared. And then they like went up there and did fine, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. It's and Tyler Glasnow, he's a young ace. Like he's not a Garrett Cole, he's not a Justin Verlander. Like he's not one of those guys who's been around a while. So a game like this could have like absolutely killed him. But what I'm seeing, at least, it didn't seem to kill him because his next start versus Oakland, he went 7 innings without giving up a run.
That's good.
So
it's all about how you recover.
It's all about how you recover. And again, like he's that young ace for Tampa Bay, so I don't expect him to be always on his A game. Like one bad outing doesn't, deter your whole season either.
Oh god, no. It's just the beginning. He's got time.
Exactly. Who hit those home runs? One second.
No, I don't know.
I have the box score up here. Simeon hit one. It was in the first inning, and then Grichuk hit one off.
Oh, never mind. I lied.
Grichuk hit one in the 6th inning.
Yeah, so it's not bad. Oh, so I lied about them being back. See, I don't remember. It's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, debut season 2016.
Yeah, debut season, and that's when he was with the Pirates.
Yeah.
Still.
Has he always been a starter?
I believe so. He might have like pitched to the bullpen when he first came up if he was like a September call up, but I think he's always been a starter.
Yeah, because I've only ever seen him with Tampa as the starter. So yeah, he's got time. He'll figure it out. I mean, he's been pretty good, so I don't really think they have much to like worry about.
Yeah, when he was So when he was in Pittsburgh from 2016 to 2018, 2016 he came out of the bullpen 3 out of 7 times. 17 he only came out of the bullpen twice, and then 2018 though, when he got traded over to the Tampa Bay Rays, the first half of his season he spent in the bullpen the entire time. But that's also when he was having a lot of control issues. So throw him in the bullpen, he could just throw fastballs and curveballs and he's fine.
Yeah. That's not too bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I just closed the tab. So if you have anything else to say about Glasnow,
no,
I would love to hear it. I didn't see. The thing is I did watch a little bit of the game. I didn't see the slutter.
I don't know what to look for. I was trying to watch the GIF and I was just confused.
Tori's just out here like watching. She's like,
I'm like looking at my phone, looking at the screen. I'm like, what?
What is this?
Like, what pitch is that? And then like, I don't even know. They're not saying slutter. Obviously, they're not gonna say that on national TV because
on national. I would love that if they did.
Please just announce the pitch for what it is. Help us because we don't know. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's breaking ball.
Let's get more people throwing a slutter.
All the time.
Normalize slutters.
I love the commentators because all commentators, whenever it's a curveball or a slider, instead of saying a curveball or a slider, because really, like, who the fuck knows what it is anymore? They're just like, it's a breaking ball. And it's like, okay, that just generated that. That's literally the entire class of any type of breaking pitch. Like, thank you for calling it a breaking ball.
Literally.
Kirk's
got 2 home runs.
Kirk is at 2 home runs. I wanted to say that earlier because I looked over at my phone and saw I think he hit another two-run home run, right?
Yeah. Good for him.
Honestly, we needed that out of our catcher position. We've had 0 freaking offense out of our catcher's position, so I'm really happy Alejandro Kirk's going off.
Good for him. Danny Jansen got rid of his glasses. We'll see if that helps.
He got rid of his glasses? He's wearing contacts?
Yeah, he's not wearing them anymore. It looks really weird. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, that's really yeah. Have you ever seen Trent Thornton without his glasses?
No.
After this, look that up. Just look it up for me. Staying on the topic of the Blue Jays though, youngest player in history to go for 3 home runs in a game with 7 RBIs at 22 years old. 22. What are you about to do? Ah, yes, the hat trick. The hat trick.
All those Americans that just sat there and no one threw a single hat on the field. No, I was disappointed.
Yes, yes.
I went through a hat.
Oh my
God
gosh.
damn it.
Yes, the hat trick. I was so, man. So funny story. When that happened, I was in the hospital. So I didn't tell Tori this. I cut my foot.
Oh, okay.
I cut my foot, like the top of my foot, not even the bottom of my foot, like the top of my foot by my ankle.
Oh.
And my parents might have thought that I like slid an artery. So I didn't even tell my boss this because I've just been at home. I've been at home working. But anyways, so as I'm in the hospital, he hits the grand slam. Or as I'm getting treated the first time around by the paramedics, I'm getting notifications. He hits a grand slam. I'm sitting in the hospital room getting like bandaged or whatever. He hits another dinger, and I'm like, holy crap! Like I'm not even here at home to watch the freaking game. And then I get home, I flick on the game, I watch his last dinger. 7 RBIs, though, youngest player to ever do that at 22 years old.
Woo!
I am stunned. I'm absolutely stunned.
Good for him.
I do, however, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Could you think of a player that might in the upcoming future, if you just want to take a guess or whatever, I have 2 players in mind who might defeat that, who might actually take over the mantle for doing that 22 or being under 22 and hitting 3 home runs with 7 RBIs in a game.
I don't know.
I have 1 current player and I have 1 prospect coming up.
I don't know.
Tori's like, fuck, you just put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay. My 2 players, Jason Dominguez, for the Yankees. He's a 17-year-old prospect, but he's like 6'4" and like all muscle. Like he's crazy looking. I don't think he's 17, but
crazy.
Whatever. He's like 17, 18, 19, something like that. I think he's like 8. I want to say he's 17. Anywho. And the other one is Juan Soto.
Yeah, probably Juan Soto.
I think Juan Soto might beat it. And I'm really hoping he doesn't, because that would be hella cool for the Jays to like have that in the record books.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
For a very long time. Because, Big Daddy Vladdy.
Ooh, Vladdy.
So, man, I can't even say. He tallied 12 bases in that game. He went 3 for 4 with 3 home runs.
No, Vladdy did great. He literally got a hat trick in home runs, and he killed it that night. And honestly, good for him. To all those who like to talk crap about Vladdy and have been for the past, what have it only been like 3 years? 2, 3? So yeah, something like that. However long he's been up, and all the people that's like, oh, he's not doing great. What's he going to amount to? He's not doing his promise. Are you happy now?
You know what? Okay.
I'm thrilled. I'm
thrilled. It's because I'm telling you, it is because he lost the weight.
Yep.
He relied so much on raw talent for so long, and it never got in his way. He was always hitting near 400, and then he got against major league pitching. He was always late on it. He hit 200 last year, and he's like, fudge, I actually have to work out. I actually have to drop the weight. I actually have to become nimble to play a position on the field. I can't just be a DH. I'm 21 years old. Like, I got to figure this out now. And he did that, and now he's hitting 350 with 7 dingers coming into tonight. I don't know what he's done tonight. I think he has a hit.
Yeah.
But it's mind-boggling.
I know. Even his like on base streak, isn't it really high? I don't think, has it broke yet?
Oh, it might have been broken the other night.
God damn it.
But he was at like, I want to say he was close to 60 games.
Yeah, it was something.
I forget exactly what it is, but it was nuts.
Yeah. So
it was nuts.
That question I raised before to all those people that were like talking crap. Are you happy now? Because I am. And it's like what I've said from the beginning. When you come up from the minors, it's completely different. You have to adjust. You have to get used to it. Like, you're not seeing all the same people. everything's different. Even playing in the stadium's different, and that takes getting used to, especially when you're as young as he is. And most of these guys, when they come up, they're pretty young, and that takes a lot of adjustment. And half the time, like, like especially him, he's moved from like a different country to come and play. And same even with guys that live in America, they have to move to like a different state or different city. It doesn't matter. You have to get used to it and you have to get adjusted. So no one, well, okay, not no one, but no one's gonna come into the MLB and then like live up to everything they were in the minors right away. They can get there eventually, but it doesn't, like, sometimes you get lucky, yes, but that's not always the case. That's just real life. Like, it'd be great if that could happen to every guy, but you have to get used to it. You have to make adjustments. And then all these people comparing him to his dad, like, oh, like he's never gonna do this. You have to give him time, and he needs to like get adjusted, like you said, realize what he's doing wrong, get used to pitching, make those adjustments. Lose the weight, become better playing. So now to those people that were like, oh, he's fat, he's not going to do anything. Look at him now.
He's doing it. He's doing exactly what everybody thought he would. And I'm extremely happy about it.
I'm so happy for him. All I'm going to say when we wrap this up is put some respect on Vladdy's name. Thank you.
And the only thing, before I jump into something else, before we jump into the next topic, what I'm going to say is I don't know what you're going to say about this. I didn't mention this to you. But with, as much as I love Kevin Biggio, I think that they should let Vladdy have a chance back at third base.
Yeah.
Even on not even on a regular basis, maybe half the playing time at third base, maybe start him at 1/3 of the playing time at third base. Let him play third base again.
Yeah.
Because he's not the player. He's not the player that he when he came up. Like, he's a lot more muscular now. He's always been good with his hands. He's always had a cannon of an arm. Now that he's more nimble, like, let him back at third base for at least like 1 or 2 games a week.
Yeah, give him a shot.
And give him a shot. Like, he can't be worse. No offense, but he can't be worse defensively right now than Kevin Biggio.
No.
Like, Kevin Biggio has never played third. He never really played third base coming up. Although he's a utility man, he's played the outfield and the infield. He's not always been a third baseman.
No.
They call it the hot corner for a reason, and he could not handle it. Early in the season, he has a shat ton of errors. Like, let Vladdy try again. Because you're letting Kevin try, and you're letting him fail. But why are you not letting Vladdy try?
Exactly. I'd say it's worth it because, like you said, it can't get any worse. I think he's proved himself. He's lost the weight. He's made the adjustments. So let him try again.
Let him try again. Let him see even how his body reacts to it.
Put him anywhere.
Pardon?
Cav's a utility man. You can put him anywhere. He literally
put him in a corner. Put him in a corner outfield. Put him back at second base. When you slide Simeon over to shortstop and give Bo a day off or whatever, like, even if he DHs or blah blah blah. Like, it just. I know finding at bats in that lineup sometimes is hard, but they're gonna work it out, and Kevin's still gonna find at bats because he can play a lot of positions.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll be fine. They'll figure it out.
It will. But speaking of men who do undeniable things and doing crazy things, Mike Trout putting up video game numbers. This man is living in a simulation. He is putting up video game numbers, and I don't care what anybody says.
We're just living in Mike Trout's world.
Do you have the numbers, or would you like me to read them off?
You can read them off.
All right. Man has 69 at-bats coming in tonight. Tonight is Friday night, the 30th. He's got 69 at-bats. Nice. Man is hitting 420. Nice. With an on-base percentage of 524. So that man is more likely to get on base in an at-bat than get out. Like, pitchers must be looking at him being like, I got a 50-50 shot whether you're going to get on base right now.
I just leave. I just be like, okay.
But his OPS, on base plus slugging, is sitting at 1,300, which is ridiculous. Which is ridiculous. This man is living in a simulation. I swear to Murphy. You know what's really funny? I knew this before, but the Blue Jays commentators, Buck mentioned it again. Randall Grichuk was chosen by the Angels before Mike Trout in that
That
year's
literally
draft
blows my mind.
in 2009.
What the hell?
Yeah, yeah, and as much as I love Randall, he's not a whole player. He's good, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not Mike Trout.
He's not Mike Trout.
Jeez. But like literally like that boggles my mind.
It boggles my mind. It's crazy to think about. Mike Trout's 29 years old right now. He is entering his prime. Just think about that. He is entering his prime. And this man has a career average of 306. I remember last year when everybody was getting worried that he batted 280.
280 was like pretty good considering last year.
He was fifth. I'm pretty sure he was fifth in NL or AL MVP voting.
Yeah.
And they called that a down year for Mike Trout. If that's a down year, I want to have a Mike
There's
Trout
no down years for Mike Trout.
I want to have a Mike Trout down year.
Okay, there's no down years.
There's no down years. I just, man, if we could all just be Mike Trout for a day.
I'm like, yeah, I'm really just, it boggles me. Like, they wouldn't have known at the time that Trout would have been better than Grichuk. Like, no one would have do that. Like, unless you're a fortune teller or psychic or something. But, like, looking back, like, everyone's just, like, boggled. Like,
his scouting, I'm pretty sure I saw a video. His scouting report was that he struck out too much. He wasn't a big enough guy. He didn't have a good enough arm in center. Like, he was going to be always a swing and miss bat. Like, this and that, and this man's hitting 420 and playing a lot. Last year he had a bad year on defense. Sorry, what were you saying?
That's not the same guy. Please, that's a lie. Oh
like that's God. A lot. Like it's not a lie. I'm swear. I swear I saw it somewhere. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But like,
shook.
I'm absolutely shook. That's absolutely ridiculous story.
Shook.
I just, man, Mike Trout, man, who's better than Mike Trout? Tell me who's better than Mike Trout.
No one.
Nobody on the hitting side of the ball. Nobody playing the field. Nobody. I don't care. Don't talk to me about Mookie Betts. Don't talk to me about Juan Soto. Don't talk to me about Ronald Acuna Jr.
Soto's just started.
Soto's just starting, but he's not good in the field compared to Mike Trout. No. Ronald Acuna, okay. You got me there. He might become the next Mike Trout. We don't know.
We'll see.
But
I don't think it's not as good as him, but like he could get there.
Exactly. Mike Trout, end of the story. Mike Trout is a video game character and we're all living in his world.
End of the story, Mike Trout owns everyone in the league. Good night. Farewell.
Oh, it just double clicked. It just took away my other story. Dang it. Okay, I got it back. We're good.
Oh man.
Do you remember what was next?
No.
Did you not? Tori.
I have the list in front of me, but I didn't write anything. I didn't put numbers beside it.
All right. Mr. Class Act himself, Bryce Harper, back in the news. Took a 97 mile an hour fastball off of his face. Followed it up by a pitch in the back to Didi Gregorius. His name was something Cabrera. Who knows? I think he's Genesis Cabrera. Bryce Harper seems to be okay. That's number one. That's good. But Tori, the most impressive part of this is everybody called that Cabrera to be sent down and things like that. He doesn't look like he's major league ready. He doesn't look like his control's there, blah blah blah. You know what Bryce Harper did? I told you what Bryce Harper did beforehand. He reached out to Genesis and said, "Hey man, I knew it was unintentional. If you want to talk, if you want to have a conversation or whatever, hit me up." What do you think about that?
I mean, good on him. At least he knows, at least he's not trying to hold grudges. And, like you said, this guy's a rookie. He's still learning his control. So yeah, it probably was intentional. I didn't see it, so I can't really say, but like by the sounds of it, it was probably just an accident. But it's good that he offered to talk because some guys would just like hate you for the rest of your career. So at least that's gonna clear that up if they do talk. I don't know what's gonna happen, but you might as well talk to him. It'd be cool.
Oh yeah, if I was a rookie in the league and I hit Bryce Harper, like hell yeah, if he hit me up and was like, "Let's talk about it," I'd be like, "Yeah, man, let's talk."
Yeah.
The the exact pitch was a 96.9 mile an hour sinker to
God,
the
that's
face.
fast.
And you know what's funny is that however many years ago, Mike Friars hit Giancarlo Stanton in the face with an 89 mile an hour fastball. Broke like a bunch of bones in his
Like his
one in
cheekbone.
his cheek. Giancarlo had to get reconstructive surgery, and that's why he wears the sea mask now, or the sea guard now, on his helmet. So it's scary, but to take a 97 mile an hour pitch off the face and not
Yeah, that's nuts.
and be he looks okay, like he's a little swollen, but he looks okay.
Yeah, but he didn't have to do facial reconstruction. So that's
Not
lucky.
that we know of. Not that we know of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like it's good to like reach out and clear things up, especially since this is like a young guy too. You don't really want to spend your whole career thinking Bryce Harper hates you. It's like that's good for him for like, I don't know how to word it, but just like being mature.
confidence boost. I think if that's a confidence boost as a rookie, just to know like his reaction on the mound. I saw the video of both the hits to Bryce Harper and Didi. I personally feel that they weren't intentional. And because his reaction on the mound was it seemed very genuine coming from
Yeah.
a pitcher myself. Like I've hit people and I felt terrible, and I've also hit people
Yeah.
and not felt bad
As
at
you
all.
would, I probably would too.
Exactly. Like beating people sometimes it's part of the game, like no matter what. So like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's probably nothing, but at least we know Bryce Harper won't be holding a grudge.
He
That
says
actually irritates me. Going to go off topic to a different sport for 2 seconds because this relates to the whole fighting thing. So if anyone watches the Canucks or the Leafs, I don't discriminate because I watch both. But anyways, go something like that when they played. So one of the Vancouver defensemen tripped a Leafs yeah, he's a forward. I didn't think that was intentional. Like, they go to trip the guy, but like the guy tripped and landed on his knee and like messed it up. I don't think he like meant for that to happen, but like everybody else kind of thinks that. I don't, but whatever. That's just a different argument. Like a few weeks pass by or like whatever. I don't remember. Time's all the same to me. So we go to the game last night, and then one of the guys decided to beef the defenseman about this incident that happened. And does he not start fighting with him? And the announcers are hyping him up like, yeah, for Hyman. I was like, please, let's get over it. Like, he meant to maybe he meant to trip him, but he tear this guy's knee up. So like, I don't know. There's probably like beef between all those people now. We'll see tomorrow, but yeah.
we'll see.
So there's a good way to handle it, like Bryce Harper reaching out and being like, let's talk. And they probably sorted things out. I don't think there's beef there. Or you can handle it like that, where you just carry it over to the next game and start punching men.
And speaking of fighting, our channel's favorite superstar, Trevor Bauer, was in the news again. Trevor Bauer,
naughty boy,
Mr. $40 million man, tweeted, our $40 million man tweeted out on April 3rd. It was a couple weeks back. Tori was supposed to mention this. She did not mention it to me. It's been hella busy for us. He tweeted out on
I literally
April
had this
3rd.
tweet saved on my phone for like 3 weeks. I've just done nothing.
She literally just sent it to me.
Yeah, I just brought it up.
This was the tweet she sent me. I'll put it up on the screen right now. I'll put it in front of my face so you don't see my dumb face more. Bop. Opinion. Baseball would be way more intriguing if it was like hockey and there were brawls every 4 or 5 games. Love that energy. Do you agree or disagree, and why? All right. And I told you the percentages earlier, but do you know how many votes are on that thing?
Like 10K, I don't know. I didn't look.
Yeah, try almost 40. 40,000
Oh, I thought you meant like
votes.
40. I was like, no
Oh, no, no,
way.
no, no, no. Try 40,000 votes. 40,000 votes on there was it's 39 and basically 39 and 39,100. All right. Out of those 39,100 votes, it was a 77% yes and that they agree with him and that 23 disagreed with him.
I am a part of the 77%.
You are part of the 7. Okay, tell me why. Tell me why.
Okay, well, I just started watching hockey like seriously this year. And I just went off at that guy for fighting the guy for being petty. But sometimes you just need to have a fight in there. Like you'll like sometimes they fight over stupid stuff and I'm just like, why are you punching him? You don't waste your time. Why is this guy attacking him? Why is this guy coming up to my boyfriend like that? Anyways, yeah, I had to drop him. Anyways, yeah, so there's sometimes where it's like kind of unnecessary, but most of the time they're fighting because like, they're just like it's just like a bunch of guys all like talking shit to each other. And then, there's just like a lot of tension and sometimes they're mad and then they just start swinging. So I think it's like needed. It's also kind of entertaining because they don't sit there and fight for like 10 minutes. It's not like UFC, but like jabs, some punches are thrown and then they like step in and break it up. But people like to see that. Like it's emotion. And like, sometimes guys fight because they're actually like really care.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I'm just gonna fight this dude because he just pushed my teammate over. Like sometimes you just need to see that. Like baseball, yeah, there's sometimes when the bench is clear, but they don't really like fight much.
See, okay. I'm going to explain this oddly. I
Okay.
agree, but I disagree.
Yeah.
All right. I agree because I think it would bring in more like rivalry to the game. Like realistically, if you think about the teams, they only have 1 or 2 rivals and they're usually within their division.
Yeah, it's
All
always like
right.
that.
Like there's only been like Red Sox and Yankees have always been rivals. Yankees and Blue Jays ever since like I think it was like 2015, and then there was that good ones with the Blue Jays in Texas when, with Odor and Bautista and all that. And those ended with, real fights, real like brawls, real everything, like punches thrown, whatever, people fined, whatever. And I think those are the most entertaining games to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree on one factor. The way, not the way that baseball's going, but the way that the contracts are structured these days, it's not like there's like loopholes for injuries and stuff where the players, if they're injured, they don't get paid, and that the league can file for what's called grievance, and basically just make that contract null and void. And if you start entering brawls more frequently and you start getting more rivalries frequently, I'm going to love the game because there's more pitches thrown at people, there's more fights, there's more showmanship, like there's more of Nick Castellanos flexing on him. We'll get to that in a moment.
Big man.
Big man flexing on him. There's those moments, but then there's also the moments that that could come with major consequences, like we were just saying with Bryce Harper and Giancarlo Stanton. I just hit my mic. There's those types of situations as well that could get a player hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that balancing act of, no offense, I'm going to say this in probably a very unprofessional way. Is Rob Manfred going to stop being a pussy? That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's all about, let's speed up the game. Let's do 7-inning doubleheaders. which I forgot to mention. This was another thing that I wanted to talk about that I totally forgot about. Madison Bumgarner's unofficial no hitter, because he pitched a 7 inning doubleheader that was an official game, but not an official no hitter.
Yeah, that's kind of sad for
I'm in the
him.
minority group. He still pitched a no hitter. If you don't give the player the ability to throw a no hitter, then why play the game?
Hmm.
And yeah,
In my
that's not what
heart,
we're.
it's still a no hitter. He did the work. It's not his fault that it's a 7 inning game. He
It's
didn't
not his
fucking.
fault that the players agreement, or the players association, and the MLB heads decided that they were going to make 7 inning doubleheaders. Not his
Hmm.
fault, because
No,
of pace of play issues. Who cares? Who cares? You don't need
baseball's a
to
long
speed up the
game.
game.
People know that. If you don't want to sit in the stands for 3 hours, don't come.
You know what's really funny about that is that football apparently has about the same amount of action in a longer time frame than a typical MLB game.
Hmm.
And people complain about MLB. And that's only because they're not hitting dudes. Dudes are not
No.
hitting each other.
Oh my gosh, like baseball, there's like really like yeah, the innings take long, but that just it depends because it's no guarantee every time you walk into a ballpark what they're gonna do. It's either be really fast or it's really slow. It just depends what happens that day. No one controls it. They're supposed to play 9 or 7 or whatever. Like it's set unless it like rains out. We also don't know that because we don't know the weather like 2 years from now. But yeah, so it just goes the way it goes. Football, they have those like set times for each quarter, but they go for so much longer. And I know like even hockey, like a period's 20 minutes, but it takes them like an hour to play the 20 minutes because they have to keep stopping for everything. So
Because
it's
they
the
blow the whistle
same
for
thing.
everything.
Hockey games take like 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow. Big deal. You know
And they
exactly what you're
stop for
getting in.
breaks. So whatever. Teach their own.
Exactly. Exactly. And as a baseball fan, it just sucks because, you know, again, I would like to see more action in the game on the
Hmm.
player side of things. I really like players having chemistry with each other. I really like them having rivalries with each other. And if they get traded, how does that affect them?
Yeah.
Like say the Jays and the Yankees do a big trade, and how will that rivalry change? Like
Hmm.
will that player still be liked? Will they not be liked? Who knows?
Yeah, it's just it's more interesting and like what I said before, sometimes fighting shows like people's like yeah, like emotions, but then it shows like the guys that are like passionate and who's going to stand up for like their teammates or whatever. So it gives like more personality. But like we've said before, the MLB doesn't really want that. So I probably don't think they'd like this idea, but let,
Wait, what?
let the kids fight. They want to fight, fight. Do
Let
whatever.
let the kids fight. Exactly. And the last thing that we're going to talk about on Trevor Bauer is that he what are these called?
So, last year he came out with the free Joe Kelly cleats in case you haven't heard about that. And pretty much everyone has. And you know, MLB tried to get him in trouble for that. Blah blah blah, whatever. So we fast forward to this year. We talked about it in a previous episode with everything that happened with Castellanos, big man flexing. So, you know, he got suspended for that, appealed, got denied, blah blah blah. Everyone's upset again. What else is new? Trevor, dear darling Trevor, comes out of the woodwork with the Castellanos Flexin cleats. What did they say on them? I forget. I
It
probably.
literally says flexing on them. That's why I
Yeah.
made the reference earlier.
Yeah, and then shows like a picture of Castellanos flexing.
Flexing
So
over top of whatever his face was, the
gorgeous
rookie.
cleats. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I'll put them again, I'll put them over my face.
Really can't miss. So Trevor tweeted a picture of the cleats and just said like, okay, like anyone who subscribes to my website will be automatically entered to win the cleats. You know that I did because I will take anything that's free. Also, why the heck not? Yeah, let's not give you my email. I can unsubscribe today because I didn't win. I don't think I won, but I'm pretty sure I did not win the cleats. But nice cleats. So he did that. Doesn't surprise me because, like I said, he did it with Joe Kelly before. I think it's great. You know, at least he's aware that, you know, these suspensions are kind of stupid. So he's like, here, let's draw awareness to it. So good for you, Trevor.
Yeah, and I, again, as much as everybody else dogs on Trevor Bauer, things like this make me like Trevor Bauer more and
Yeah,
more.
he stands up for people that are kind of getting thrown under the bus, and good for him.
And he has fun with the game. He has fun,
Yeah.
and that's what the game needs is fun. Again, let these players be who they want to be. Like we said in a couple episodes ago or last episode, I don't even remember when. Like it's it's the ball players and let them show their characteristics and be who they are on social media and everything like that. That really promotes the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my thoughts on that. Tori, do you have any more?
No, that's it. Beautiful cleats. Wish I won them.
All right, the last thing we're going to talk about today, guys, is two lefties. Two lefties in the news. Two lefty first basemen in the news. Freddie Freeman and Anthony Rizzo, two of the best National League first basemen.
Had
Man,
a little face off.
yeah. So the Braves were winning a game against the Cubs 10-0, going into the seventh inning of their game. The other night, this was oh my gosh, when was it? It was literally it must have been the 28th. It was either 27th or the 28th. And Rizzo, as he does, asks his manager to pitch in these lopsided games. And he faced Freddie Freeman. And Tori, what was the outcome?
It was the manager, Ross, for
David
Cubs.
Ross.
Yeah, love him. Oh my gosh, great guy. He's just like as you should be pitching. So like, yeah. Anyways, like Chris said, Rizzo's pitching. He faces Freddie Freeman. Cute little matchup. Mr. Anthony Rizzo, K's, strikes out, puts down Freddie Freeman.
Yep.
He's not a pitcher.
Nope.
He's a baseman. And
Yep.
he paid Freddie Freeman. Do you know how many pitchers that have not been able to do that?
Well, he's last year's National League MVP.
Yeah.
Like,
So like I don't even remember what the velocity of the pitch was, but like it was something crazy.
Does it have it on here?
It might have been 54. I don't know. I could just be pulling that.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like 74.
Sorry, Anthony. Don't mean.
Sorry, Anthony. I'm not exactly sure.
We're just not sure.
What you struck him out on. I know it was a breaking ball down and away. That's all I know. Like he threw him some slider. It was hilarious. And here's a quote from Freddie Freeman about striking out against Anthony Rizzo. Again, I'll put it on the screen as I'm saying it. Is Freddie Freeman says, "That's one strikeout I'm okay with. That's what baseball is. That's what sports is. It's to put smiles on people's faces. I was on the wrong side of it tonight, but I'm okay with it. I'm sure a lot of people got
giggling up there. It was so cute."
Exactly, and that he goes on, I'm sure a lot of people got some smiles and laughs, got some good smiles and laughs, because that's what sports is about.
Facts.
So, well spoken from our fellow Canadian Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, great guy. Yeah, I think Rizzo even offered to like sign the ball and he struck him out so he could keep it.
Yeah.
Good for him. I would keep it. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh no, he's not. No, wait. What the heck? He's not Canadian. I lied. I'm thinking of Joey Votto. That's my bad.
Wait, Oops. I thought Freeman was Canadian.
I thought he was too, but he was apparently born in California.
Hold on.
I thought he was he's a Canadian American professional.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I thought he was too, but he is born in. Oh, both of his parents are from Ontario, Canada. His mother's from Peterborough, while his father's from Windsor. Okay.
Yeah.
I got very. Here's my heart right now. It's.
just scared.
I was like, no way, I'm wrong on that. I had to quickly Google it because I'm like,
No,
am I wrong
yeah,
on that?
you were
No,
right.
he's a Canadian. He's an American Canadian. He has dual citizenship apparently.
Yeah, he's a dual.
Anyways, I love that for him. Man,
Just got all around.
we talked about some some crappy topics tonight and some good topics tonight. And I really think that this was a really good episode, man.
Yeah, it was.
Tori, you talked a lot, and I really liked that, so thank you. Not now. Now everybody in the comments isn't gonna go, why does Chris speak so much? Why?
Because I'm dead inside.
Because Tori's been tired. That's why. This is Tori.
Yeah.
We need to start doing shots before everything now.
Oh God. Maybe
she's like,
sleep or like not work. This is like the first week I did 40 and I'm like dead inside. I go, this is why I said I wasn't gonna do it again.
Oh my Lord.
That's literally what I said. They were like, are you okay? As I'm like sitting on the ground and they were like, are you okay? And I'm like, this is why I said I was gonna work full time again.
You're brave. I could never.
It's fine.
Well, I will, but my full-time hours, I'm in the social services field, so I'm 35 hours a week right now. Anywho, that's not here nor there. As Tori's yawning, we're gonna end the episode.
Right
Tori did the intro, so I'm gonna do the outro. Unless Tori wants to jump in.
No, I don't. I don't have anything to say. Keep watching baseball. Go Coyotes. Maybe they'll make the playoffs. I don't know. Probably not.
Leafs clinched a first round exit out of the playoffs, so it's fine.
I don't even like that. This is gonna sound so bad, but like I just don't really like. I like the Leafs. I want them to do good, but like I just know like they're all like you know how they are.
They're the Leafs. Let's be real here.
Yeah,
just leave it at
that. I just want
that.
my desert dogs to make it through.
The desert dogs. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching us this week. We went over a bunch of different topics. If you are here on YouTube, leave a like and a subscribe. If you're here on Spotify, like the podcast. Follow us, download it, whatever you gotta do. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Deezer. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Deezer. Is it Deezer?
Yeah, it's Deezer.
All right. Down in our link of the description down below on YouTube is also our Instagram if you wish to follow that. We do post somewhat. Never.
I never.
We are going to get better at that, I swear.
We're going to learn.
We are going to learn. This is just a learning experience. You guys are along for the ride with us while we get better at this. But in all honesty, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And my name is Chris.
I'm Tori.
And thank you for listening to the Tippin and Tiltin Pitches podcast.
Respect Vladdy.
Respect Vladdy Daddy.